Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. So Sanya's husband wants more kids and she's just not in that space right now. This is going to be an ongoing conversation. This is going to be an ongoing battle. I am concerned a little bit. Her husband is not budging. His stance has not changed from a few episodes ago. Her stance isn't necessarily changing. I don't know how they're going to meet in the middle, and I would hate to see their family torn apart. I'm not that lady. That's not my body. It might not be a bad idea to maybe just have one more. You know what I'm saying? Just maybe, I know she may not want to, but maybe just one more and then that's just it. You know, your son will have a sibling. He doesn't have to be in this world alone. Should anything happen to you guys, he will be here by himself. Maybe think about it like that versus thinking about just her husband. And I know she has plans and things that she wants. I completely understand that. I know she doesn't want to have all of the weight fall on her because that is a lot. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot. She still got her career. I don't know if she's still going to be trying to be an Olympian and continue to, practice so that she can go out here and continue to compete. I'm not sure or what else her other career goals are, but this is just going to be interesting. I can't tell that lady what to do with her body, but, when I think about her little son, it's kind of like, granted, my child's the only child. There are a lot of kids out here that are fine, the only child, all of that. But when you look further down the road and the possibilities, right, it's like, why not just have at least one more for your child? But you don't have to, girl. That's just what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Not for your husband, for your child. So yeah, she's had this conversation countless of times. It seems like with her sister, she tried to pull in Ralph. She also tried to pull in Drew, and we'll get to those, okay? But let's get to Kandi, Marlo, and Sheree. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Marlo getting on my motherfucking nerves, okay? I don't care. I know you may like her, but she's getting on my nerves, okay? So they go to the sauna. And my other thing is this. Kandi, if you're going to link up with Sheree, link up with Sheree. Stop linking up with Sheree and Marlo. It's like when you see Sheree, you see Marlo, child. Sometimes we just trying to see Sheree. We ain't trying to see you, Marlo. Okay, so Kandi goes to link up with them. She goes to the sauna. Sheree tells Kandi how she misses her and tells her that she was going through something and she felt the way about Kandi not reaching out to her. And she felt as though Kandi was a person that could relate based on things that she's been through in her life. So she should be able to relate to what Sheree was going through. But Kandi is telling her, listen, girl, I was trying to keep up with the lie. Yeah, it really wasn't a lie, but it was just me withholding information that I had already knew. So I was gonna wait till you came to me, so it didn't really seem like me and the girls be over there talking about you, which we really do, because that's just what it is that we do. Kandi, you still could have called. Like I do believe that. Like Kandi, girl, you could have just called her and just had the conversation. Like, girl, I heard about this and that. Kenya told me, because at the end of the day, if she was gonna be mad at somebody, she would have been mad at Kenya. She wouldn't have been mad at you. Period. And I think she would have really appreciated it from the get-go. Okay. But my thing is, Sheree, don't keep asking Kandi questions and keep asking her to support you if you're only going to end up going back to that sorry NIGGA anyway. I would feel away. Like, girl, you sat up here and wanted me to, have your back and support you and uplift you only for you to take yourself back down this road again. I guess, honey, that's what friends are for. Anyway, so Kandi says that she was waiting for her to share that info or whatever. I feel like she could have called. Here go Marlo, because they can't have a conversation by themselves. And Marlo always does this shit. Even in the past, when I feel like maybe Nene and Kenya may be trying to get on one page, or whoever, Marlo always inserted herself. And I don't know if it's because of how she was brought up, which I am tired of hearing about, but I don't know if it's because of how she was brought up that she has this thing about attachment, where she feels like if she allows this person to be friends with somebody else, they may end up being more of that person's friend than hers or something like that. I don't know if she has these attachment issues or something, but it's very irritating. Marlo busts in and asks if Kandi, if she knows how to show support. First of all, do you know how to show me how to shut the fuck up? Because you are doing too much talking and my conversation's not with you. I'm talking to her. So I'll get to you when I get to you. Okay. And then she flipped the conversation to make it about her. Like, girl, so Kandi is asking, why y'all asking for stuff from me that y'all don't give yourselves? Let's talk about it, Kandi. Y'all don't give it yourselves, but y'all want so much from Kandi. Everybody wants so much from Kandi. So Marlo started speaking on her being a foster child, which was so interesting because, or I ain't gonna say interesting, but weird because it's like, was this a chop edit from production, or was she trying to really go into a conversation and make somebody feel guilty about the fact that she was a foster child? And I understand that's your background and y'all feel however y'all want to feel, but it's like you're a grown mother woman, okay? And you're doing great things for yourself. How long are you going to reach down and pull forward the fact that you was a mother foster child as though everybody else ain't had their own stuff? Kenya mama don't even talk to her and embarrassed her as down to the TV station. Hello, Ma, it's Kenya, and wouldn't open not one single door. And I don't remember Kenya up here constantly talking about it. All the time. All the periodically time. But and these are times that I couldn't stand Kenya. And I just felt like it wasn't constantly a thing that she would bring up, in my opinion, to make people have sympathy for her. We would always go back and say, that's why she act like that. She ain't got no relationship with her mama, so she probably have a relationship with other women and right? We would put that on her. You know what I'm saying? But like, come on, Marlo, like, stop. You're a grown woman, okay? Now you got to be held accountable for your own. Everything is resulting back to that. And I don't like it. So Kandi starts yelling. No. Then Marlo says, do you know what I've been going through? Do you know what I've been through? I was on the phone with my sister and I was in tears. And it's like, it's y'all acting like Kandi ain't got nothing going on in her own life. It's y'all acting like just because you see the glitz and the glams and you see her acting over here and got to go over here and be on set for that. And she's doing this and working with Escape and got this and that. A mom over here. Y'all act like she can't have tragedy or her own thing in her life. Y'all act like this woman probably couldn't have went to the doctor's office and found out some not so favorable information, like, or whatever in her family. But y'all want her to be there for y'all so bad. Like, I don't understand that. So I'm glad she called him out and told him, y'all want from me what y'all not willing to give y'all mother. So that's a problem. What else ended up happening? So Kandi starts yelling and saying that she's annoyed, and she does start to kind of tear up, but I think she just cried out of frustration. Okay, out of frustration. Let me see what you guys are thinking about this particular situation. Kandi said this scene was much, much longer and was cut to look like she blew up out of nowhere. But it sounds like Marlo was saying some of the stuff she said on Carlos' podcast. Regurgitating. Marlo has nothing else going on. Tyrone has given the darkest part of his butt to kiss, but she's ignoring all of the red flags. Yes, it was chopped according to Speak on It. Gotcha. Sheree is not concerned about anything that's going on in other people's lives. What type of support does she want when she's going to keep hanging on to that clown? Let's talk about that part. Hanging on to that fool. When you sit over here begging this girl, I would be mad. But are they friends like that for Kandi to be calling her because her felony boyfriend left her hanging? I would think so. They have a history. I guess she knows her enough to, they haven't fallen out like her and Phaedra, but I feel like she may know her enough to at least give her that call and be like, hey, just checking on you. Heard some things didn't go well. Because here's the other thing. Whether Kenya told Kandi or not, it was all over the blogs. So Kandi knew, because when Marlo had the conversation with Sheree pulled it up and told her and said, no, Marlo pulled it up and told Sheree, look, I can pull this stuff on Google. This stuff right here on Google, you sitting up there in this area being played. So Kandi definitely could have reached out to her and just says like, hey, girl, I just saw this. That's messed up. Checking on you, making sure you're good. Granted, could have been shot out of sequence, but that's what it was giving to me. Kandi knew. And she could have just reached out, made it real quick, maybe even sent the text if she didn't feel like talking like that, like just testing the waters. Like, hey, whenever you're ready to talk, just let me know. But, I'm here for you, whatever. Y'all see next week Marlo kicked the kids out. LOL, she probably had mad. She probably had mad day. She probably had mad day with them. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And it's like, why would you want to come on TV and say that when they I don't even know if she has 100% adopted them full custody or if they're just placed in her care. I don't know how that works. There are some foster kids, from my understanding, even if they are placed into their relatives' care, it depends, girl. Everybody don't get their coin, but the government does pay them money for taking those children into custody. But I don't know if she's fully moved to adopt her nephews or if they're just strictly foster care. But if that's the case, whichever case, why would you put them out? So I say, you know what? I'm hoping that that's not the full story. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that it probably was a joke or something like that. But we'll see on next week's episode. Sanya and her husband, she has the conversation with him about not being ready to have another child. She's worried about everything going on her end, because she still wants to go out here and be successful and do her thing. She feels alone, even though she has everybody in the house. She feels alone, and I feel like she says she feels alone and she doesn't get the support that she needs. I feel like then, yeah, that probably is a bigger issue than just wanting to be a mom. She probably may have moments of depression or something like that. I wonder. I don't know. But also, she says she doesn't get the support she needs. And I feel like it's probably tough for them to support you because you're always in the position to support them. So they probably always feel like you got it. So I feel like that's more than a conversation just for your husband. I think that's an everybody conversation. But that's just what I think. He says that he doesn't know if he'll resent her because she asks him, like, will you resent me if I don't have any children? And he says that he doesn't know. And I'm like, if that's something he truly wants, it's possible that he might end up resenting you at a later time. He just might, it sucks, but I don't know what to tell her on that. It's definitely a strong possibility that he's going to resent her. But he said his mind ain't changing on him wanting another child. And I can't say it's selfish, because I'm torn in between. It's her body. She can do what she wants. But then also it's like, this is your husband. And it probably was a conversation in the very beginning on how many children y'all would have. And it could have been at least 2. So then now you're going to a space of kind of, I ain't going to say reneging, but going back on what it is y'all probably had an initial agreement about. So that kind of, girl, that's kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, I'm just here to watch. I'm here to watch. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm here to watch. Okay. Let's get to Kandi, Marlo, and Monyetta. No, I don't think Marlo was there. I think was it Kenya? Let me see. No. It was that. I think I scrolled down too far. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, it was Kenya. Sorry. So it's Kandi, Kenya, and Monyetta. We finally get to see Miss Monyetta. Monyetta is the baby mama to Neo's children. She recently got married too. They showed that, of course. So congrats to her. Okay, she's found her love. So they talked about Kandi Cares. From having a conversation about Kandi Cares and the different things that she's doing with her organization, Kenya brings up Marlo, okay? Marlo and how she did not want Kandi's passed down clothing, okay? Kandi tells them about how she linked up with Marlo and Sheree and how it ended up turning into some mess, and how they pretty much was just telling her how she isn't that much of a supportive friend to them as they feel that she needs to be, or she should be. So Kandi feels like Marlo is starting this hate train when it comes to her. And Kenya kind of feels the same way, but at the same time, who's really hopping on this train outside of Sheree? So ain't nobody really hopping on this hate train for either one of y'all but Sheree. You know what I'm saying? Unless you guys are saying the audience. They're trying to start a hate train when it comes to the audience. But if anything, Marlo is about creating one for herself, for real, in my opinion. What else? So Drew sent out invitations to the ladies for Drop It with Drew, so they gonna go to that. Kandi asked Monyetta how she would have felt about the husbands buzzing her cootie twat. Like Miss Kandi, y'all know the little whole thing. They put on the little underwear. The husbands had a buzzer. If you close enough within the reach of the husband, any husband, they'll buzz you, okay? Now, it seemed like Monyetta was going to tell her, like, girl, yeah, no, that's not necessarily cool. But Kandi, I don't think Monyetta fully answered that question, okay? What else happened? Kenya then calls out Kandi's invitation for when she sent Patrick and his girl Safari over to her house, and she only had on this little tape around her nips. And then Kenya says that she'll send it if it was her, like she would send a clown over to Kandi's house. How would she react if she had Blaze? And Kandi said, well, I would put Blaze back, and then I would just pretty much entertain and laugh at the clown that you sent over here. And I'm like, I don't know if you necessarily would, Kandi. You possibly would, but you also have judgmental moments just like Miss Kenya does. So I can't say that you would or would not respond the way that you say that you would. So who knows? What else happened? So Kandi brings up Kenya saying that she could get it in front of her husband because, mind you, Kenya is like, don't have your husband buzzing my cootie swab all night. Like, let's not do that. And Kandi is like, so you don't want my husband buzzing your cootie swab, but it's okay for you to say in front of my husband that I can get it. And I'm like, Kandi, to me, that's not the same. That is not the same. I just like, I can't get with that. It's not like, do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, dads, I'm trying not to go back down this road to, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing I could think of is for me, and maybe it's extreme for some, but this is the first thought. If I'm entertaining your sexual conversations via text message and then I get with you, that doesn't mean I want to fuck you when I get with you on that night. Do you see what I'm saying, where I'm going with this? So you can't sit up here and try and make passes at me on this night and feel like it's comfortable if I haven't given you anything to go off of on that night, and then use my text messages from a week ago or however long ago, or maybe even a year ago, as a way for you to feel like you have room to advance or move forward in anything when it comes to, do you see what I'm saying? Because then that becomes a different level of something, right? Right, it becomes unsure assault. So for me, it's like, Kandi, and some people may feel like that's extreme, but that's just the most relatable thing that comes to my mind. Okay, you might have something different. So I just feel like you can't use those things. Like if she said that, and then she said it in front of your husband, and it was something everybody was saying at the table. It was a question that was asked, but then now you want her to be okay. And first of all, let's be clear. She said which woman could get it. And then there's another difference, okay? She said you could get it as a woman, but you're not going to be the one buzzing her cootie twat. Maybe she would have been down for it. You're going to have any one of these ladies' husbands buzzing on it. So, Kandi, I'm sorry, girl, you're wrong. Period. And you just going to have to be like, girl, Nene Lee's, you don't like it, you don't like it. Well, what you want me to do? You don't like it, okay? And just leave it where it's at. Just, you don't like it. It's what it is. So let's keep going. Yeah. We talked about that. Kenya and Kandi. Oh, they yell at each other. Of course, they get loud, right? But they act like sisters a little bit because they're able to like get right back into, hey, girl, so what your thing got? What kind of candle you got? Okay, that's cute. I like that. You know, they're able to like move forward. And I like that about them. They don't have to sit in it too long. Like this is just a second. It's not even really a moment. It's just a second. And we can move on to something else. So I think that's a good thing. Something that Marlo doesn't necessarily know how to do, but then she always says that is Kenya. Anyway, so they get to drop it with Drew. Sanya shows up. Marlo walks right past Kandi. Didn't even speak. Kandi clocked it. It's all good, okay? Sanya don't want to be cool with Drew, but you want to get advice from her husband by pulling him to the side to see how he feel about you not wanting to have a child with your husband. And he pretty much tells her that you can't be selfish like that and use your career as an excuse to not move forward to have a baby, right? So that's what he says. I know how to answer that for her. You know, I feel like different situations, different people, they're going to have to work that out and figure that out. Kandi and Marlo speak on her not speaking, okay? Then calls her out for talking about her behind her back. But before we really could get deep in that conversation, I think it was time for them to go ahead and get started. Well, they couldn't get started because Kandi and Todd had to run out because somebody done jumped their motherfucking gate and then walked up there to their porch and had a motherfucking seat. And then had the audacity talking about something he was told to come to Kandi house because he's T.I.'s son and he's trying to do some songwriting or something. I was like, girl, y'all should have just arrested him off the lies in general. Okay. But anyway, so what killed me was Marlo. It just irritates me so much. Like Marlo is getting on my, like what Kandi said, she's getting on my nerves. Okay. Marlo goes and looks at Sheree and tells Sheree to go out there and find out what's going on. Go be nosy. Why? So that you can have more mess to turn around and talk about. And I hate that Kandi and Ty did not get in the car. Maybe the producers told them not to, but next thing you know, we see damn near everybody outside. Now, Monyetta, I understood that because I feel like Monyetta was showing genuine concern for her friend. Marlo, no, you came your ass out there to be messy as hell and to be nosy as hell and to have yet something else to probably say if you could use it against her, because that's one thing that you like to do. You like to take notes on people and then turn around and throw it right back in their face at a later time. Okay. What else happened? And I'm just like, what if Kandi didn't even want y'all to know her business at that time? What if she was planning on telling y'all at a separate time and all of y'all just ran out there? So, I mean, I guess. Sheree calls Drew mommy makeover horrible. And I have to point this out. And y'all finna be mad, so get mad. Sheree calls Drew's mommy maker horrible and says that she looks like a busted can of biscuits. Hear what I say. Sheree looks great. Yes, no doubt about it. Keep in mind, Sheree says that calls Drew's mommy makeover horrible and says that she looks like a busted can of biscuits. Y'all, it's not gonna like where I'm gonna go. Now, let Candace have said that from Real Housewives of Potomac. Let Candace have said that from Real Housewives of Potomac. It'll be all kind of petitions and everything going on. Y'all will be having a whole uproar. Oh my God, she called me an oatmeal pie face. Oh my God, oh my God, she's shaming her face. Oh my God, she called her wide body. She called, girl, I say wide body any day before a busted can of biscuits. Do you hear what I say? Because when it comes to these hips on me, they is wide. And what else is it giving? What's going on? Okay, not no busted can of biscuits. Now let Candace had to say that on Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm waiting for the uproar. I'm waiting for the petitions. I'm waiting. Right. Y'all be so fickle. Y'all be so fickle and fake. Anyway, girl, let's keep going. Now Drew introduces her business partner. Drew, you be lying, girl. You be lying. Drew is a liar. Drew, you be lying, Susie. So we learned that her business partner been around long before her, and so has the program. All they did was add Drew into the program, change the name, and called it Drop It with Drew. But Drew, you've been telling people you've been doing this for years. Drew, when we give you a leg up and we be here for you, girl, you let us down. Drew says they still have businesses working on so when everybody started probing her business owner wanting to know details, right? Drew says, I mean, y'all just sitting up here drilling my business work. I mean, everybody, my business partner, everybody got some businesses that they still working on. I mean, she by Sheree. I mean, I just now saw a Matt or something like that, she said, which was funny as hell, girl. And then Kenya told us something. You got a Matt? Girl, ain't no telling how long Sheree had that Matt in that water bottle, but I was glad to see it because that's definitely progression. And her little tights that she had on. So hopefully Sheree can actually have the website up and running by the end of the reunion. I do think that is terrible that she wasn't even able to get her website up to even consider pre-orders. Put a cap on it, maybe even 25 people. Like put a cap on, like get your prototypes, since you keep talking about prototypes, put a quantity limit for like 25 people each, because I'm sure you can afford at least 25 items per product. Put that on your site. I know you got millions of followers, but number one, you're going to see how much traffic came to your site so you can see the possibility of what you probably going to sell. Then it's going to make it look better because the item is going to be sold out. So it's going to look like, oh, snap, everybody buying it, so I want to get one too. Like that's what you should have did. You could have pre-ordered it and then maybe shipped it out within that quarter, if not immediately, because of course she's saying her stuff is getting some type of manufactured, and it's not that she's buying stuff and just slapping a name on it. No, ma'am, that is exactly what you're doing. You can try and dress it up however you want to, but all roads lead back to China. All roads lead back to Asia, girl. You're not gonna sit up here and play with the people, and it's definitely a delay. So you really could have came out better doing some pre-orders. Hello, and had things ready to ship around this time as the season that got started. But anyway, girl, maybe you'll do it around the time of your fashion show. Good luck when you use my ideas. Hit me a little super center some, girl. Anyway, let's Keep going. Okay. Now, Mayetta brings up the incident of the lady stalking. I'm sorry, talking about Kandi. So Marlo asked if it came from Kenya, and Kenya confirmed, like, girl, yeah, it did come from me. Okay, and what? I mean, you know me and Kandi talk, girl. I ain't gotta act like it ain't come from me. Yeah, I said it. I said it. So what's up? Okay. So and then tells her that Kandi ain't effing with her. And see, that's what Marlo don't like to hear. Cause see, Marlo like to be the one that's not effing with people and not it being the other way around because it makes her feel yet unwanted again. Okay. It always hurts, excuse me, her feelings, but she never focuses on how she hurts other people's feelings. Okay. But I do think that Kenya should have let Kandi tell Marlo that she wasn't effing with her, not Kenya. Okay, because if Kandi didn't really say that, then you put words in her mouth, right? So now when Marlo is being called out for not being a good friend, like she was just doing to Kandi not too long ago, and now she see how it feels and she can't take it. That's the thing for me. She can't take it. So then she tries to trigger Kenya by bringing up Mark and then bringing up her fake booty or whatever the case is. But really, you just mad. You just mad because Kandi ain't with you, girl. You mad that Kenya pulled a you on you. And you mad. Girl, it's funny. So she tells Kenya to learn how to keep a man. And Kenya like, girl, where is your man at? And then it look like we both need to learn how to keep one. Okay, you need to learn how to keep a young one. All right. So then, and then says that she settled for a man that pretty much disrespects her or whatever she said. Let's see. Thank you so much, Black Royalty 88 for the super chat. I'm really starting to like Kenya this season. She seemed genuinely pissed and ready to fight Marlo, and that surprised me with how real it felt. Thank you so much for the super chat. For real, she was ready, and I was a bit shocked for me the way she came like. Get out my mother, get you. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, because they could have slapped her in the face. For real. So so Marlo says she don't want one or something like that. She talk about how she don't want no man. You do. You always trying to attack people's men too. You sat up there and tried to talk about Kandi's man, talk about he ain't in her tax bracket and then she settled. Then you want to sit up here and talk about Kenya's relationship and what she got going. Like you just really an unhappy person, and it's sad and high key, no matter how many fashions you got, in my opinion, you really high key are miserable. You're miserable as fuck. You really, really are. I truly believe that Marlo is miserable and she hides behind the fashions and the followers that she has. It's sad. What else? I also feel like Marlo is a walking contradiction. Kenya tells her to get out her face. And she puts her hand in her face like, you need to back that up. Get out my face. And one thing you're not going to do, you're not going to disrespect me. I'm going to tell you that right now. So what's up? Okay. So Marlo, like I said, is a walking contradiction. And she says that she isn't going to bring up kids, right? So when they get Kenya to the car, she over there talking to Mayetta. So I said, well, one thing about me, I'm not going to bring up any kids. I'm not going to bring up your husband. I'm not going to bring up your mama. And it's crazy because every single thing you did do. I was like, come on, flashbacks. Like you just said something about this lady's husband not too long ago. Just said something a few minutes ago. And then now you talk about what you wouldn't do. Like, girl, cut it. You don't even remember the stuff that you do when you do it. Meanwhile, Drew and Sanya talking. Sanya didn't apologize to Drew. And then Sanya says that she wants a child, but, she doesn't really want one. No, her husband wants a child, but she doesn't want one. And Drew thinks that she should want to make her husband happy. I kind of understood where Sanya was coming from too, though, because it got to be not just making him happy. Hey, Tisha, how are you? It also has to be about the things that she wants as well. So I definitely understand that. And I like that she said, who's to say she wouldn't turn around, have the child, and end up resenting her husband. So I don't know what they need to work through, but they're going to have to get that together. And y'all might have to go see Dr. Francis, Sanya. Go and get the hire Dr. Francis from Alabama, girl. Don't be fooling with these Georgia celebrity therapists, because they ain't going to really be able to help you for real, honey. You're going to need Dr. Francis from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So y'all need to go and give him a call and get him on over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me see what you're saying. Yes, Jamie, tell it. If that was the case, she could have used folks in the USA. Right. Right, let's see. If it were Portia in this situation, people would say she needs anger management and she's unhinged. But I do agree with Kenya. They probably would have said that, like, because because of Portia's history or whatever like that, they probably would try to say that about Portia. When has Marlo ever brought a man on the show? Never. All the men we've never had their faces shown and were giving client vibes. Yikes. It's something that Kenya has that triggers Marlo insecurities. I don't know if it's Kenya's Miss USA title. I don't know. I don't know what it is that Kenya triggers about her. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Marlo pissed me off. She constantly goes straight for the white meats. Yep, but don't want the white meat to be cut on her. Sheree is absolutely full of okay. She has some nerve calling out Drew when she still isn't selling anything. That water bottle can be made on any merch website. Like, shut up, Sheree. That is correct. Okay, the website is up. I went on it today. It has some fitness photos, but no fashions as of yet, I fear. And no, you're correct, Julie. That website has not changed since last year when I went on it. Absolutely nothing. I gave her an idea. I hope that she uses it. Definitely want to see her win spring, summer, September. Thank you. Teasing a fashion line with the skill, no fashions. When Kenya got pissed, I honestly felt that she would have effed Marlo up. I'm curious of the security guard rumors that were in the blogs. Not security guard. Drew, business is none of their business. If a woman married into a business, does the number of years matter unless you're married? I feel like it do. I feel like it's do, girl. I feel like that stuff do matter if you're considering yourself to be an expert, right? When a woman if a woman married into a business, does the number of years matter unless you married? If I understood that correctly, I feel like it matters, and it depends on who the audience is, who the consumer is. You know what I'm saying? Who the person is, because some people may feel like, I mean, if you're speaking on just the marriage itself, some people feel like you probably can't get them no advice. Hey, Marcel, how are you? Unless you're 5 years or more in to that marriage, because you've probably been through some things. And the same thing with the business, it just depends on who's seeking you for what. Let's see. Sheree needs to cut the insults. After all, she married a man with 2 left eye. Girl, I'm finna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you out of here. Not 2 of them. On the New York trip, Drew stated that we have been doing this for a long time. Drew never said, I am just the face of the program, which is what it was giving. Right? That's what it was giving. She definitely said, I've been doing this for a long time. The whole time, she's just the face of it. And it definitely seemed like she's only been doing it for like a few months or within that year. So it's like, it's not giving. You already lied with the 25 pounds and not being forthcoming originally with the liposuction and things that you got, the quote unquote mommy makeover that you led with. And then here you are over here lying again. It's not looking good, Drew. The only thing you didn't lie about was the stuff that Sanya said about you, or when Sanya invited you to some stuff. That's the only thing that you really did not lie about. That's the only thing that I can give you at this time. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I don't know what to. No. Disappointment, Drew. Disappointment. Let's see. And I'm about to hop off this thing in just a second, you guys. I thought Drew said she was the face when Sanya and Kandi came over to her house in the first episode. Did she say that? I don't know. Remember, I'm gonna have to go back and see that clip. What's up, Romeo, honey? How are you? She couldn't even do the exercises. I was crying. Listen, when she had to do that push-up, turnover, and then I was like, what are you doing? You need to come in here more often. You'll be out here playing with people. And I really think she should take that stuff serious, in my opinion. Because people like to see real results, and you can make real money from that. When people see like the real results of what you put out. I gotta go. Has the after show dropped already? Because I have to go back and watch last week's after show, and I don't know if they're dropping them like later in the week. I feel like they are dropping it later in the week, but I gotta go over there and check out last week's and this week's. And I mean, if it's anything special, I'll bring it to y'all and let y'all know my thoughts about it for sure. But yeah, this is it, guys. That's all that I have for this moment. I have moved This Is Messy to tomorrow. Y'all don't be mad at me, okay? Don't be mad, girl. But I moved it to tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get that content out along with some other stuff for you guys. Thank you so much. Just simply, it is up. So I'll check out last week's and this week's, okay? So yeah, if that's it, then yeah, that's all that I got. Don't forget to like the video if you have yet to do so. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.